Today I'm gonna start building this Lego 2026 Chinese New Year set, the Fortune Firecracker. I have to pause building the Bricklink Designer Program Adventure in Transylvania because I managed to get this early and also with a discount. As a tradition, I'm gonna start open and build this, and I might continue to talk about the trip while I'm building this. It's quite early in the afternoon, so you might hear like a bit of the noise. Also, the lighting might be a little bit different, but let's just open it up. So this is one of the two new Chinese set. Only the CNY set will release early. I think all the other side I have to wait until the 1st of January until I can get my hands onto one. So this one is the Firecracker. To be honest, I'm not that fancy about it, but somehow Lego decide to include some of the more interesting minifigures in this one. So I have to get this. In terms of the building, I'm not sure how much I can build today, just because it's quite a bit of. This is a 1,039 pieces in this particular bag. It's like 9 bags, so it shouldn't take that long. But what, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So let's see how it goes. Definitely I wouldn't be one single video because my battery for the lighting is running low, so I might have to pause and do part 2. I want to like finish building this as soon as possible to get the review out, because even though not actively growing the channel, but it's gonna be nice to get some traffic early, because that's what happened in the past Chinese New Year set for some reason, because I live in the Asia Pacific region, right? So that I get to get my hands early onto this. So I don't see any stickers. I think all the elements are printed. In the past a few one with stickers that makes sense, but so far I haven't run into a set that how should I put it? I haven't run into a set that has surpassed the restaurant that released a few years ago. So I think this is the grandpa with the hair. And if I got interrupted building just because lots of things are happening right now, so I may have to drop off a little bit and sort out other stuff. That's what happened when you kind of building Lego during the day. Anyway, last time. Anyway, you might pick up some background noises. I can't help it because I really want to, rather than spending the evening building and spending. Anyway, let's just carry on talking about the trips. The last time kind of finished the final day, so it's time to fly back. The next destinations. I decide to okay, taxi to the airport. To be honest, it's actually better that because it's fixed rate if you book early, and then what's that? If you think about all the transit and the number of tickets that you need, but the cheapest way is definitely the airport limousine bus from the hotel to the airport. To be honest, I'm also a bit distracted around, but I can't really focus on building. But here we are. We've got quite a bit of new torso here. So anyway, so going back to the airport, we kind of arrived early because I forgot that it was a public holiday, so the traffic ain't that bad. So it was a good decision. So we were able to take our time in the airport, and then the airport isn't that busy. The only thing that I noticed a lot of people actually have lots of hand carriage. That become quite a bit chaotic. Like because after you get past the check-in, you're still able to get buy lots of stuff. So there like a couple of family that bought way too much, so that you know, the flight attendant have to scatter their belongings across the flight. So it was a bit chaotic when getting out. But anyway, so that's pretty much, you know, the end of the week in Japan. Heading back to you know, the other city, and because of the allergy, so it, because I stopped the medication, it didn't get worse. But you know, still not feeling well. And luckily, the diarrhea have had stabilized. So instead of having a bad time on the flight, pretty much just get back. Because it's kind of an early flight in the morning. So what happened is immediately after and I went to finding doctor to check out. But the good news is that then, you know, the GP said, hey, it was just allergy. There's nothing serious. A little bit of regarding the cough, it's a bit of like inflammatory around the airways and stuff. And so that was pretty. I guess get me some peace of mind, so it's all okay. But anyway, I just realized that they used the pearl gold here instead of the chrome color. I think using chrome color will be much fitting, but unfortunately, it is what it is. So we'll just carry on and do this. All right. And to be honest, I'm not that comfortable right now because the front door is wide open. Maybe I should go back. But anyway, let's just back to the thing. So what I find interesting is that as a, you know, not a resident going to a, you know, general practice, there's no wait time. There's a little bit of, you know, registration that needs to be done, and there's no wait time. And I was just there 5 minutes and able to see the doctor straight away, and the cost was so cheap. Like including medication was like 36 New Zealand dollars, and it's not for resident. And if you're a resident with the national, what's that? The insurance scheme, then you probably like be much cheaper. I think no wait time is the yeah. So no wait time is really the best thing. Anyway, I thought, you know, what's this thing? I can't figure out. Yeah, take it wrong person? No. Normally I would know. I think it's given that using gold color is not some for some kind of instrument, but I really don't know. To be honest, getting a little bit obscure. I really miss the sets with location rather than, you know, an element. Like last year, I skipped the other one because there wasn't any minifigure there. Model looks really nice, but it's just not my cup of tea. So I really don't know what this is. But anyway, the other interesting thing for the doctor visit is what's that? I forgot what. The cough is still there. Also, there's a new print for the Red Pocket. So actually, the doctor I see is actually from origin from Hong Kong. So I was originally using Mandarin, and she asked, "Oh, wait, what language do you speak?" I say Cantonese, and then start using Cantonese. Maybe because my Mandarin isn't that good. But anyway, so that was pretty much, and then, you know, throughout the remaining 4 days, I think I'm gonna wrap up the talk of my trip today because you know, the rest of the nothing planned. That's pretty much just chilled out because it's not really feeling good. So mostly going to some nice places to eat. Unfortunately, well, at least I'm recovering, so I'm able to eat a little bit more, but obviously not able to fully, fully, what's that? Able to fully enjoy all the meals. There's some nice, because it wasn't like once back Taiwan, and it's not like traveling, it's just more like um, moment to chill out. But I did one day, because I'm not going to for every day, because like let's swing, it's not traveling, so you just wake up, rest, go to a place to eat type of thing. So there's not much going on. The only really highlight was we went to a newish business district. So there's a buffet restaurant. It's really nice, but just I couldn't eat that much. But something that I didn't know is that, oh, actually, this is the God of Fortune, a new version. It's always nice to get new version of different mini figures. But anyway, so one thing is I went to a place and then didn't know, like, because we're just planning for dinner, but went and then saw the map and said, oh, there's an actual Lego certified store there. So that's like, okay, after the dinner, need to go take a look. Because most of the shop like close at 10, so if you finish dinner at 8 and you still have 2 hours to do your shopping and stuff. So the good thing is, that is a new Lego store. So that's how I managed to. If you watch some of my shorts, you will see, I have a short accidental. Yeah, it's really an accident because I never planned to have was a Lego store, but that is what I was able to do. And because it's new store, they got the minifigure factory, and luckily because it was in the evening, there's nobody lined up, so it was pretty easy or stress free to create my own mini figure. And that's pretty much. And then just around like 5 days spending there, I think the highlight that we're visiting the Lego store, that was one of the highlight. And you can see the the what's that, you can see the minifigure that I made from one of my shots. So that's what happened. Pretty much, that's it. And then on a Saturday, then we need to fly back out to back to Oakland, and I did manage to get the Air News and Sky couch, but to be honest, probably like premium economy was better, because the Sky couch, because with kids, right? The kids was able to kind of lie down and sleep, but it's actually not that long. But you do get private space, so that get something really good, but I think it can be better. And we've got, so we pretty much spend the time on let's see what this is like. See the gold now put together with the God of Fortune that I know. So yeah, it wasn't 100%. The flight was okay, but once I arrived, I didn't immediately make videos again, just because of building back to my fitness and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much the trip. I know it's less exciting because really not that much going on, and got back when done, I'm going to get back to. So this is where we start building the Firecracker. But I can say I'm still trying to recover. So and Merry Christmas to everyone. So again, Christmas kind of spending time watching TV and just chill out, just hopefully feeling better. I do feel like there will be some repetition in terms of building the set, and in terms of what movie and TV series I've seen, I'm gonna leave it to the next video. I'm gonna keep this video long, so I got something fresh topic to talk about in next video. So I think the rest of the video will just, or for at least for this video, will be just me building this set. So given that it's something new that I never built before, so right here is a little bit refreshing. Having said that, though, it's always interesting to see all the different colors underneath the set. But I do worry, you know, the repetition on building all those crackers. And I forgot to open up the smaller bag. I don't know, I might have, can I do 4 bag and 5 bag in the next video? I mean, I do have the time to actually build the full set, but the thing is, I don't want to make super long video. The intention is to split the 2 videos, and yeah, I think split into 3 videos, but rather than having it like upload in 2 different days, I might just have it all upload on the same day so I can get the review of the set out, because I don't want to review here because I can't move my camera around. I can, but I want to have a uninterrupted conversation. So yeah, so normally is I'm gonna finish this and then having, so let's see whether it's gonna be a 3 parts video or gonna be 2 parts video. So I did have the other one, but just given the timing for today, so we'll be just building 1 video instead of the 2 video. How come did I miss a part? I see. That's fine. You can just do this. Yeah, okay. Now it makes sense. So it's like, oh, how come it doesn't fit, right? So now it all makes sense. And yeah. And also the past few days I've been kind of not tidying up, but sorting my minifigures. I thought it was going to be easy, just kind of take it out, and then didn't realize that it actually takes that much time. But finally I was, because originally I actually got this yesterday. I was planning to build it straight away, but I was still in the middle of tidying up all the minifigures, so it's now all sorted. And I realized that most minifigure that I have, of course the collectible minifigure CMF, and also what's that? The Marvel minifigures. So okay, it's a bit complicated here. It's like some new ways of building, and because of the structure we'll need to have. I think the other one, the galloping horse, to be honest, I don't really understand the galloping horse, even though I've been living with a Chinese, based on the Chinese culture. So it's just, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a great looking set, but I can't really connect on how. I mean, it's something to do with good fortune. I understand that, but doesn't really relate to Chinese New Year directly. So got this here. I think this one will take less time than I would anticipate, just because of the simple structure. Okay, so oops, and this is how I'm gonna make mistake, and hopefully the background noise ain't that of a problem. I will know once I upload the video. So we've got this here, and this here. Okay, and then interesting enough, you got all this. I mean, there's an alternative. It's not having this type of build video and just build the stuff and do the review, but I don't know. Sometimes I kind of like or enjoy doing this, having a chat. Okay. But like recently, I find like lots of Lego set. There's always some gaps that in the past you usually don't get those, but now it's a lot more common. That's fine. Okay. And here. Okay. And then we've got this here. And okay. I think I'm gonna finish bag number 2 very soon. But anyway, talking about end of year, there are lots of TVs and movies. So I'm gonna talk about like a few movie, and then we've got what's that? The other one. I couldn't find one of the. What is that? I just need to build one. I thought. So one of the movie I watch on Netflix is the Equalizer 3. So it's an old movie. Like I didn't bother to rent it. I can't. Normally I would have tried to get to the movie theater to watch it, but obviously with kids that isn't possible. Really have to be quite selective of what movie that I can go watch. But anyway, finally watched Equalizer 3. I actually managed to avoid reading all the synopsis, avoid all the spoiler. I mean, it's not like it's definitely better than the second one. It's not as good as the first one, but it's still enjoyable. It's just like having Denzel Washington, the charisma, like the on-screen presence, just make everything better, and it was entertaining. So I had a good time. So the other movie I want to talk about. Anyway, definitely if you enjoy the first one, you will enjoy the series. So, and then lots of obviously Stranger Things. Also watch quite a few movie, and also watch the series Last Samurai Standing. So I'm gonna all talk about those in the upcoming videos and stuff. To be honest, I do want to finish building the adventure in Transylvania. Just don't have that much time, so it's coming in. But I just want to, again, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, just to prioritize building this one first. There's some action feature. I don't know, like, 'cause it looks like it's a switch, but then they say it's like press the button and then um, it will do the work. So I'm not sure. So I have to finish building this to go figure out what's gonna be. Anyway, but if you hear lots of background noise, I can't help it. That just means that the mic sensitivity is so good. But anyway, so the other movie I want to talk about, I'm not sure if you all have watched the movie Knives Out. It's a Netflix original by Ryan Johnson about, solving murder cases, mystery and stuff. The first one was really good. And then the second one, The Glass Onion, it was entertaining, but I find it a little bit goofy. But then this one kind of gone back to a more grounded approach, and this is it Wake Up Dead Man? I, I only know it as Knives Out 3, so but it's a really really good movie. I like the way that the story was told. I kind of know who is the murderer. I could have guessed, but the only thing that I couldn't know is like how and why. I think the motivation I kind of guessed at it, but it was a really really good movie on how they play on the twists and stuff. I definitely recommend it if you want some entertainment during the holiday seasons. I do wish that the movie is on a big screen because I think it's it's a beautifully shot movie that could have been more beneficial on a big screen. But I think we've got the top part, so I do think that I made it progress a lot more. So we're moving on to bag number 3. But the sad thing is, of course, we got all the mini figures built, because otherwise would have been more enjoyable. I will just make it like I'm a mini figure guy, so yeah. I think I could maybe I could have do the first part and left the second part of the video to do the crackers. I don't know. Just kind of spread this out a little bit. Okay, so let's here. So anyway, so Knives Out 3 definitely recommended. So that's the movie. So I also finished watching the Frankenstein. I have to split Frankenstein into 2 days because like there are a couple of days where I wanted to finish it, but it's like kids woken up, so I couldn't. But it's a nice movie again. It's a shame that all these great movies are all Netflix original kind of. You kind of wanted to see them in a big screen, and I think it's not as good as Knives Out 3. I mean, it's still entertaining. I think especially the second half of the movie about Frankenstein was very good. That's probably my favorite part. The ending is a little bit, but yeah, the second half of the movie was really really good. Yeah, so those are all the movies that I watch and would totally recommend. Actually, I find this part interesting. The use of black color in this set. I mean, obviously those black color you won't probably like see that much on the complete model, but still find it interesting. Still, yeah, I think one thing is like using a chrome color will be much more beneficial in terms of making. I guess maybe using the chrome color would have significantly increased the cost of the set, which they probably don't want to do that. and then some interesting placement. Okay. Yeah. The floor a bit dry. I forgot my water. You might notice the setup a little bit different, so we can remove the kids' high chair because they don't need the high chair anymore, so I don't have that. Place where I can place my glass of water, so I might, finish off bag number 4 and then, yeah, and we'll use it as just one video and then continue to film the next part, and that's when I may able to grab a drink. Okay, this is interesting use of parts. Yeah. Okay. I still find it annoying that they didn't use the shiny gold pieces. I think that's fine, but to me, right, the pearl gold color is never a gold color. Because you say gold, like you're expecting something shiny, but you don't get that. So that's not ideal. But it is what it is. I think I will finish bag number 3 pretty soon. This part need to be just a little bit more careful because you need to have the placement of the stars here. Okay. Interesting why they need a star here, but in the end you're not going to see it. Okay. So 2, 4, like it's just 5 stars, so it's not like a specific constellation, but nonetheless they find interesting that to have some star here. And the cough is still running around, so and that eye is a little bit dry because I think been going to bed a bit late. Watching Stranger Things. I'm going to talk about that in the next video. I'm not going to talk about that in this part of the video. I think, yeah, and I'm going to talk about TV series. Okay. I don't know because I can't see here. Hopefully I got the links right. So okay, they do show you the hole on top of the piece, so that's good. But yeah, my eyes a little bit dry right now. Try and get this finished. Okay, just right here. This part. Yep. So really looking like building the box. But will you really see it though? This is like, hey, this is a night sky with the constellation. I don't know. We'll see what happened. Again, they have the shiny one. I don't know why they don't use it though. And then I need to have 4 of this. Luckily, I only noticed the 4 in the end, but it also means that, hey, we're getting close to finishing bag number 3, and then we've got like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So here, okay, So first one is here, second one is here, and so okay, and then of course we need to do it the next one, but do on the other side. Okay, it's getting there. I mean, if I get to back number 4, that's probably like more halfway, given that, you know, they are leaving the crackers in the end, so it's going to be much quicker build for the last few bags. So yeah, I think, you know, the set would definitely be more beneficial if they use this shiny piece. Now, will I actually, you know, there's always the idea of you know, switching, but the thing is, once you build this, and the switching of it is gonna be nightmare, because you need to deconstruct the set to actually get to that point. So it's like, hey, if you want to do that, you're gonna want to buy the parts and then build from scratch, rather than, hey, you know, switch this one to the other one. So just forgot. Oops. No, it's there. So what was this one? Okay, this one's white here. It's unfortunate that, you know, it's always in the end that I notice you know, the mistake. But anyway, we've got back 3 done. I think I'm actually progressing quite quickly. So maybe it's also to do that it's early in the afternoon. We've got like 5 bags left, so I think maybe there's only, you know, 2 videos of me building it. Because if it's just one video, it would be really long. I don't know, man. Maybe I could just do one video, we'll see. And then we've got, okay, maybe that's why I'm saying, like, lots of things in the back. Will you really able to see it though? That's the thing. Okay. So okay. I mean, if you're able to see it, that's fine. But it's a snowflake. It's actually a fireworks piece, I think. Yeah. Again, I think the rest of the video will be just me talking about the build, rather than, you know, the other stuff that I experienced recently. So, which would be here. Okay, and then I'm not able to do bag number 5 as well. There seems to be so much that I need to do though. Because like, each bag is a lot less than I anticipated, and because you're not building there isn't much interior details or small build, which kind of makes it a lot easier. Okay, and where's this one? Okay, and then just right here, and then we've got another print. Okay, right, got this going through here. This is a brand new print of the decoration again, so this is where it goes here. I think it's rather than, because it doesn't have the rotating, so it's just more like you still need to switch manually. I think it's false advertisement on the package. So yeah, that's probably will factor into my final verdict about this set. The build itself is interesting enough, but obviously you're building a structure that is symmetrical, so you know. So yeah, but I still find it enjoyable. Like I think it's all to do with the fact like there's like similar decoration in the past which I haven't buy those. If I have bought those, right, maybe I will be having less fun building this one, and I missed the fact that I need to build 3 of this. If I have seen it, then I would have built it. But yeah, a little bit itchy with my nose, so making a mistake here, there, and we'll see what happened. Ouch! Again, it's an accident. Okay. Yep. And then just go here. Next one need to have the 2, right? So that's why I'm saying, hey, it's like the pace of building is actually way faster than what I usually do. So that's a good thing. And so let's see. 1 and 2. So, okay, yeah, I think I might able to go to back 5 in this video as well. I'll leave the video, which means I might have to talk about the other TV series. Maybe yes or maybe not. So okay, it's interesting here. The other interesting thing is that it's actually able to mount on the wall, but obviously I'm not going to do that. It's not in my best interest to do those anyway. Okay, so this is where all the piece starts to hang together. This is quite interesting on how they build this here. Okay, just right here, and then we've got this. Okay, it's nearly done. Hopefully, this bag here. So these few bags have been quite quick, I would say. And then just doing all this. Okay. Unfortunately, there's so many pearl gold. I just don't like the pearl gold color. Let's see. Okay, and that's it for bag number 4, and I think I would move on to bag number 5 or 3 quite quickly. Maybe I can stop at bag number 6. But anyway, given that I'm carry on with bag number 5, so let's just talk about the other most talked about TV series. So the but Last Summer is standing a Japanese TV drama based on a novel, believe it or not. So it's about all the samurai to participate in the game. So, and let's say death game. So it's like lots of story revolved around that, but it's similar, but then it's actually a totally different story because different character, different motivation, different set pieces, different types of action. So it's actually pretty good. I did enjoy it a lot. The thing is, for more foreign viewer, then you might not recognize some of the faces. But the thing is, there are lots of very famous actors, or at least Japanese actors, in the series, and some of them is like have surprisingly short screen time. We can call them a cameo, but it's like, oh, because I haven't read the source material, so that's why some of them were really surprising, and you really don't know. You only understand, hey, this is he's the main character. He will like have plot arms, but all the other side characters, it's like, whoa, you thought, hey, this is this famous actor playing this character. You thought, hey, he's gonna last till the end of the season, but actually no. So that is the one of the more interesting stuff. But like overall, like it has been a great series. Unfortunately, obviously they only had like season 1, so they're gonna cut off at some point, which means that you have to wait until the next. Although they already green light the next season, but I think the problem is they only start pre-production now, which means it will take at least 2 years for me to able to see a continuation of the series. That normally is the big problem. But if you're looking for something exciting, that is something that I would totally recommend you have a watch. Okay, let's start building some of the outside. Oops, I just realized I got the direction wrong. Same as this side. Oops. Still have like 4 more bags to go though, so maybe I should have. Oops, got this. Sometimes it happens just because of lack of concentration. But anyway, at least notice the mistake immediately. Okay, and then we've got to build again. It's using Pro color to add those pattern on the side, but again, I don't know like if you're actually able to see the night sky. The back is a little bit, bland though. That's what it is. Not. It's supposed to be wall mounted, so you're not supposed to need to see stuff at the back. So, but at least they're using most of the pearl gold color across, so it's consistent. And what next? Okay. Sometimes it's hard to figure out. and then can't find the piece. Okay, just right here. Can't really see, but what? Okay. What? Right. Somehow I already completed the next step. Okay. Okay. Sometimes it's just hard to figure out because even though it's not late in the evening, but you it does takes energy away in building stuff. That's why. Okay. Okay. All right. So it is what it is, and okay. Oops. This is things I hate because my injury is not fully recovered, so it's an mission for me to bend down. To grab. Let's see, but anyway, so last of my standing. Talk about Japanese anime. I also finished watching season 3 of Records of Ragnarok, the anime series. This is actually pretty interesting thing. Is like the first season, the animation was so bad. You thought you're watching people flipping, manga. That's how poor the animation was. In terms of still image, it was really nice, but then in terms of animation, it's like. But from season 2, I think because of the positive reaction to it, so they gave it a bit more budget, I think. So it significantly improved the action scenes, and the latest season is not to the ufotable Demon Slayer level, but it's a pretty decent animation. So it's really good. I really love the first battle, and then the last two battle a little bit short, I would say. But now I have to wait for the next season. But I don't know when the next season gonna come out, given that the manga is still going on. So again, I think it will be another situation of long wait until the next season, and I think it's the same way. Okay, just making sure that it's all the same. So it's not that hard to build this one, so I think it's like pretty much you can see the shape of it. So which part now I need to go through here? And pretty much I need to do the same thing. Okay. Alright, so just this one and this one, because it's symmetrical, right? So that's easy. Okay. So same on this side. Maybe I can go to bag number 6 as well. So I don't think it took that long. Maybe the video already an hour long. Okay. Did I miss something? Yes, I think so. Yes. Damn it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it's something missing. It's like the height doesn't the height doesn't make sense. It's like, oh, okay. And because I'm missing one layer, and now things makes more sense. Okay. Okay. So this is how it's gonna go. I was like, yeah, that doesn't make sense because I did make a mistake. So so far it's looking good. So I need to do 2 of this. Okay, 1 here, 1 here. I really need to get a drink. Anyway, so already talk about most of the stuff that I watch during the holiday season. So what's the plan? I don't know. Originally, it's like, oh, okay, I wouldn't get my hands on this until the next week or so. But now that means also, like, there were a couple of days I was planning to make some progress on the not Hotel Transylvania, but Adventure in Transylvania, but just watching TV and other stuff. So yeah, that was I think, which it does mean that I don't really have like more small sets for speed build, so which is good, which means that I have a day of building this, and then the next thing is to have the review, and then go back to not Hotel Transylvania, Adventure in Transylvania. This is the back number 6. So pretty good. So we've got a new update, Year of the Horse Lanterns. This is good. I think again, this one will be short. If the battery of the light lasts, I might just have it completely done. But I need to pay attention that it's not like, hey, there will be stuff there I need to build 2 times and I miss one. That would be the worst case. Yeah. I do enjoy the traveling this time, although I was sick, not 100%. Next time I do want to be 100%. Then I check the tickets, even though I have no immediate travel plan. I was just like, okay, how much money do I need to save, or how many Lego sets that I need to. Oops, I used the wrong piece. how many Lego set that I need to sell to or stop buying for me to have the chance to travel next time. The cost is significant, unfortunately. I mean, because once you have family, you can no longer travel on your own, right? So you need to buy like 4 tickets. And the thing is, the max you can be away is like 2 weeks, unless you're prepared to have like unpaid holiday. If I don't have a mortgage, probably that's fine. But I do have like loan to replace, so it's not an option. So yeah, it will be significant. Like if I don't buy any Lego in 2026, then at the end of the year, then I will have the saving for travel. But the thing is, if you want to travel, you have to kind of book early, right? Which means that I don't have that much cash in hands, or I want to spend that much money now. Which means, there's obvious a challenge in like what even you save up the money at the end of the year, like sometimes you will not, because it's like peak season, right? It's not like you can it's not like you can get all the everything booked the way you want. So that is the challenge in booking the next holiday. Maybe like I will have to like save money and book for 2027. But then 2027, right? It's like kids going to primary, then it's not as easy to you know. Okay, so this is kind of like the dragon or Kirin, whatever that it is. So it's not as easy to get like holiday outside the peak season. So anyway, now I need to build two of this. So let's just make sure that I can get two of this. So there's okay, and that shouldn't be that hard. Okay, that's why I'm saying I might able to end up just finish building this in one video itself, two video. But it doesn't mean that the video will be 2 hours long. Because I think it's already way past an hour. I think it's approaching the 90th minute. Even though the pace of building ain't that bad, to be honest. But it is what it is. Okay. Yep, I didn't make any mistake. Yep. One, two. Okay. But again, the last part is gonna be quite straightforward because I just build like 8 crackers. that would be the most uninspiring build. But so far it's been fine. Just wish the less purple color. Let's see. Here we are. Okay. Okay. So yeah, Microsoft. Oh, the other thing, I don't know if you're into animation, but the JoJo Bizarre Adventure, so like March, we'll have a new season on Netflix. But it's just spoiler alert if you have watched like part 6 Stone Ocean. I mean it's never really a long connected season, but like still kind of having the same connection. But if you have watched part 6, the ending. So this is like completely new story for whatever reason of what happened in season 6. I think it's just the author deliberate do that. So rather than having a never-ending story, trying to end it. Anyway, always love the chain piece that has extra shots because that looks really nice. Maybe you can use this to make a new nunchuck because they never released in the collectible minifigures. They have the nunchuck, but they never release that nunchuck in other sets. So, oops. So yeah, so it's always good to get this. and that's it for back number. Okay, so this will look sure. Okay, shit. This is why I hate this sometimes. So it's just hard to get this sorted, even though there's not that much to do. Okay, I don't know what's the next step, but didn't help with okay. Okay, so okay, and this is how it goes. I think it has to be showing. Okay. Okay, this, to be honest, this kind of construction is really nice. Okay. Okay. If I'm not talking that much here because I want to align the. Okay. So I want to make sure that it's all aligned. And it's actually going to be a really cool earring. So yeah, that's just one on this side, and then one on this side, and this is when we're heading to back number 7, which is the cover of the decoration. So I think I'm gonna have this video last. Rather than having 2 videos, let's just have the same video. But I'm not going to talk about Stranger Things today because I'm still trying to digest some of my thoughts. Yes, I did finish season 5 last night. But unfortunately, I have lots of thoughts. The thoughts may not be what you want to hear, depending on if you have the same opinion. But anyway, let's just kind of focus on building this. Really make a mistake. You know, sometimes it's interesting to see how things turns out. I don't even know if the alignment is correct. Well, it's not correct. It's just, you know, as I mentioned before, I like to have things kind of aligned consistently. But sometimes with sets like this and Lego loving, you know, following people out, they're all like they understand, like, you know, the instruction always just like flip around, which I don't like that much because it's like, oh come on, just keep the consistent angle, right? But they don't tend to keep that, and they flip around, and then you lose track on where all the bricks are supposed to face. So yeah, and then we've got this here. I think I don't know, but definitely the next set, the Galloping Horse, I'm not going to have such long video because that's like extra 500 pieces. that I do think that one particular I will need to have you know, split into 2 parts in terms of the building video. Yep, and then we've got this here, and we've got very interesting use of bricks though. Yep, there's some interesting. And this, I do find, you know, the majority of the build enjoyable. But definitely, if you know next year they release something similar, I don't know. Really missing, you know, some of the locations. I think last year was another wall decoration and a lantern. While the lantern have some nice gimmick, but I really wanted another location set. Like, you know, you've got the first one. They got the Chinese New Year dinner. So yeah, that's where I really want. Yeah, because I think they run out of location that they get to. Okay, so to have this here. It's not that many. I think it's just another 4 years to complete the 12th zodiac. I don't know if they're gonna rehash again though. Yeah. If they rehash from the year of the pig again, then which means that we need to wait another 12 years to finish. I don't know if I have the endurance to collect another 12 years of Lego, because in 4 years time will be what, 46, 12, 68 years old. Will I still be into Lego after all that this time, right? So I'm not sure, right? The world is a different place, but you know, I'm grateful that I'm in a position which I can have a relatively stress-free. This is really difficult. Okay. Because you really want to have the right positioning, right? But you can't really see. But anyway, but you know, the world is a little bit volatile nowadays. So yeah, it would be nice if you know things carry on like this, but I don't know when. I don't have the confidence for things, you know, continue to be nice and simple. Okay. And okay. Ah, yes, I expected this. Okay. Oh, okay, so it's like this. Okay. So what's next? Okay, so there's only another side of the door and they're all the crackers, and it will be the end of this build. So it will allow me to do some of the review in the evening. But that's pretty much the build. Okay, and then we've got this here. Okay. 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 I mean, it's nice. It's just me having an obsession of having sing a line. So just start to. I mean, it's nice. I think it would be nice if you had a castle with a door like this. But anyway, back number 8, which means that we're building another door. I think just another 25 minutes, I think, hopefully. It should be fairly straightforward. I know, like, the Lego designer board, like, put something slightly throw you off track with the instruction. It's like, hey, it's symmetrical, it's gonna be the same, but they tend to, hey, try to mix up things a little bit. So one common mistake is, I try to build things quickly. I thought, okay, symmetrical, it must be, looks like certain way, but actually they're gonna throw you off with something different. Somehow it's have less decoration because I have ended back not so it's like, hey, how come there's like so little bricks? It's like, that doesn't make sense. I thought, hey, there's like a lot more in the previous steps, so now it makes sense. Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing again. Okay, that's pretty much it. Okay, all right, so just need to build one by one, and luckily the light still going on. I was worried, but it'll be a while since I have video with such length, because I try to keep it like 30 under 40 minutes most of the time, but looks like I won't able to keep that today. It's definitely already over an hour of building, but as a good indicator is probably means that the build has been interesting, so I didn't want to stop, and just mean that it keeps me going to finish off the build, which is a good thing. You really want to have like Lego sets like this, because otherwise it's like, if I don't want to do this, I want to move on to the next one, then it means the set is not interesting enough to keep you engaged, right? So yeah, so I can kind of speed through this, because you got the one by one done, then it's like, everything is kind of a lot more simpler. It's always been my approach in terms of building Lego. So okay. So yeah, here is really just familiar territory. Nothing kind of throw me off. So I build the other half of the dragon face. That's pretty much it. And then we got this here. Yeah. Okay. Alright. So I don't know, the blue color is a bit, it looks nice with the pearl gold, but I don't know, I don't see that much blue color, to be honest, in Chinese New Year. Okay, and then we've got, I guess it's the horn. Okay, and then we've got this here. Right. Okay, this right here. Okay. And then we've got this. This. I'm kind of skipping steps a little bit. Okay, and then we've got one more here. And that's the eye. And got this. Okay. And then, of course, the most annoying part. Okay, I think. Okay. I learned from it, and everything I did okay in terms of. Okay, I'm to place it here, and kind of flip it in. And you can see the look of, I think it's a dragon, or maybe it's the Kirin. It's hard to tell, but let's just finish it off, and then we'll see how it looks like. Yeah, the next step will be really straightforward. The final step is to building all the crackers. So, okay, and this step also includes the part where it hands on the crackers. Okay, and then not surprised, just adding of the decoration. Okay, it is me again having this whole alliance so important to me. Okay, this. Okay, and then this right here. This. Okay. Seriously, I think this one looks really good. To be, making it as a door for a bigger build. So we've got this here. We've got this here. Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm actually getting really tired. Okay. And it's funny how we need this. Don't tell me it needs to have like two sides, but we've got this. But basically, I think is that we'll need to repeat quite a few things here. Okay, and then put this here, and then okay, and then because we need this part to have it all controlled. And we've got this T-shape one again here. 1, 2. Lots of technic pieces, but I think there will be more with the galloping horse. Because that one, yeah, I think that one will actually take a little bit more longer, just of detail and moving mechanism. Okay, so actually moving quite fast, I would say, but maybe not fast enough. I wonder if the video is over 2 hours long, but I'm trying to keep that low if possible. And then I've got this here. Yep. Okay. I feel like I might have say part somewhere. Never mind. Okay, and this is where it goes. So this is how it looks like. Okay. Then oh, okay, no, I didn't miss anything. It was just paranoid. Oh, maybe I would make a mistake. Okay. So this is it, and again we're having this. Okay. Because I'm not following the instruction, that's why. Okay. And this is where it gets interesting. This is where it goes here. Okay, and that would be so what? Okay, so it's like This, gonna have a gap here. Okay. I wonder how I can do the review video, because obviously, I don't know, it's really long, so like it can't stand like this. But anyway, so the next part is gonna be the most repetitive parts of the build. So, okay, we're gonna need to do 8 of this, and the good thing is it's printed. It's not like you have to apply 8 stickers. If this one is stickers, I'm gonna be really mad because it's so hard to align. It's just me, because I'm not good at applying stickers, so like it will be a nightmare for me if I need to align stickers 8 times. But anyway, we're just going to do this one by one. 1, 2, 3. It's crazy. I just try to get all this online. But 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8. Okay. What is it supposed to be? Okay. 1, 2. So this is the one with the print. I'm gonna show you, but you're not able to see it that much. So I'm gonna because if you don't see the print on that side, that means that that's the thing with this type of video. To be honest, if I really want to make this, hey, give you some more value in terms of the build, I really need to have like multiple cameras from different angles, and then do some editing in the end that you see while I'm talking. The audio is one track, and then you can cut through the image from different angle. To be honest, I think that would make the whole video a lot more interesting. But I have limited resource and limited time, so it's something that I think would be beneficial, but it's not something that I can do right now. So I need to kind of face it this way, so align with the instruction booklet, so I don't end up making a mistake. Okay, so basically just need to throw 2 studs inside, so it kind of felt like a cracker. Kind of will make some noise. This is smart. It's like, hey, where do you put this? It's actually putting it inside. Is 2 enough? Maybe it's enough, because you really don't want to have it to be too loud. Now I need to do this 8 times again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. Oh, got it wrong. This is what happened when the video is too long. Okay, now this one is going to be on top. going to be on top. Okay, and then the final one. That's why I'm saying, hey, you know, the final part wouldn't take that long, just because yeah, just because it's just building the same thing 8 times. It is a little bit repetitive, but it is what it is. It doesn't make sense to have 4. It's not lucky. 6. I mean, you can have 6, but I think having 6, then you need to make this one smaller. So it in the grand scheme of things, having all the thing in scale, it only makes sense to have 8, which is a lucky number and perfect for the Chinese New Year. Sometimes I do think should look back to the video, because I mean, this is the 3rd year of me building this is 3rd year of me making Chinese New Year video or building CNY sets. So really interesting, because I think in the past it's all split into at least 2 videos. I think it's also to do with the fact that the restaurant one was like getting it really early, and I think for that year, did I buy the second set? I don't think so. I think I just got the... No, I did get the other set, because the other one is the dragon. Even though it hasn't have any minifigure, I did find the dragon looks really nice. It's only last year, and I think the year before I only bought one of those. Okay. So get all the way down. Okay. All the way down. Okay. All the way down. Just make sure that is all aligned. It's hard to, I know, sometimes it's just hard to get all this aligned. Crackers, you know, I don't know if the YouTube AI will flag it if I mention the B word. It's basically I'm making all this. But anyway. Okay. I think just need to make sure that all this are aligned, because you don't want that to... Yeah, this is the only part that will actually take some time, just because you don't want to have, even though it's a different size sphere, it would be odd if the part is not aligned properly. This you can see, like, it's actually much quicker in building this one. Okay, I'm getting there. I think the only thing is just to have... Do I have the time to do the review tonight though? Because I do find it difficult to do the review, just because the set is really a wall-mounted set, so I can't really put it, you know, next. I don't know. It's gonna be a little bit difficult, because I think I will have to lay it flat on the surface for most of the review. Yeah, I love the minifigures. But here I've got this sorted. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm glad it's all printed. There's stickers. I'm gonna have nightmare. Okay, then we've got this Firecrackers. Okay, and what's next is the part at the bottom. Okay. Oh, can't believe that I actually able to film a video of me finishing building this thing. Okay. Okay. I mean, yeah, not as shiny, so that's the only criticism I have. Build has been fun. Is it that repetitive? No, actually, to be honest, it's not that repetitive. But okay. Okay, so that okay, so this, and that's pretty much the set, and just need to make sure the thing kind of laid down a little bit. So yeah, and then in order to so this is how it's supposed. Oh, okay, so you do see the background. So you do have 2 scenes, but this one with the grandfather and the father. I do have some interesting theory on the family that appears in the Chinese New Year set, but I'm gonna mention that in the review video. So I've got this done. Thanks for sticking with me. It's a long video. It's been a long time I have such long video, but I've got this Fortune Firecracker finished. Building looks. I do have some thoughts on it, but I'm gonna leave it in the in-depth review. So if you're keen to hear my thoughts on, the immediate thought is it a Chinese New Year thing? Yeah, but but I have fun building a set, and then all the shaky stuff looks good, and the sound effects nice. It's gonna be a hard time for me to do the review, but stick with me. I will have this review the next day, and of course I also have the other set, the galloping horses, waiting for me to build. So it's all before the official release date, so stay tuned. It will be interesting, so yes, stay tuned. But today that's it. So have a I don't know what to say anyway. But that's it for today. Stay tuned and look forward to the next video that I'm gonna deliver to you, everyone. So goodbye.